SimpliDetect by NeoRad, a positive view on contrast injections. SimpliDetect is a new device aimed at monitoring contrast media injections to increase patient safety, enhance procedure efficiency, and reduce radiation exposure to the CT staff.
The patient will benefit by the use of SimpliDetect in two ways. Firstly, by avoiding tissue damage, and secondly, by avoiding unnecessary radiation. Unnecessary radiation will occur if you scan the patient without positively knowing that the contrast has entered the vessels.
SimpliDetect is easily attached to the patient's arm upstream from the IV catheter. In place, it will monitor the contrast media injection, automating the palpation frequently done by caring CT techs.
SimpliDetect is very easy to use. The probe and tape can be placed on the patient's arm in a matter of seconds. An automatic feedback tells me immediately that the probe is working in the right manner.
Procedure-related complications are rare, but do happen and may be serious. SimpliDetect will continuously display information to the CT tech and allow focus on other important aspects of the injection.
SimpliDetect has on several occasions shown no flow of contrast or saline in the patient's vein, contrary to our own belief. In our case, the cause has been kinked tubings or closed valves.
At any given time, it will be possible to verify that the injection is going right, and should anything out of the ordinary happen, the CT techs will have the comfort of knowing that they will receive timely warning.
Avoiding unnecessary radiation is also important for the staff standing there day after day. With this SimpliDetect device, they don't need to stand next to the patient while the radiation is on, while the scanning is ongoing.
SimpliDetect is a bolt-on device to the existing OptiVantage injector system. It communicates with the injector via the CAN interface and gets its power from the OptiVantage power supply. Built this way, there is no need for any recabling or reconfiguration of the OptiVantage. The probe is made of a flexible silicone material, and it contains 3 sets of Doppler ultrasound transducers. Using Doppler ultrasound, SimpliDetect registers the increased flow attributed to the injection of the contrast media, or saline solution. If for some reason an increase is not seen, the injector will automatically be shut off and an alarm will sound, prompting the CT tech to take corrective actions.
During the clinical study performed in this department, we experienced a contrast extravasation not detected by palpation but clearly seen on the SimpliDetect system. We once had a case where SimpliDetect identified a falsely set 3-way valve and avoided unnecessary radiation to the patient.
NeoRad has developed a unique double-faced adhesive with a sonolucent material. That is, it enables sound to travel freely through it. With the probe attached, the unit self-calibrates. If there is a problem with the probe, or the way the probe is attached to the patient, the CT tech will be notified. Otherwise, the unit will be ready without further ado.
I'm excited to see that SimpliDetect's new probe and tape is easy and quick to set up.
When pressing the patency check button, positive feedback from SimpliDetect will confirm the correct placement of the IV catheter within the peripheral vein.
What I like about SimpliDetect is the fact that I no longer have to run back and forth between the patient and the control room, but can trust SimpliDetect to monitor the injection in a reliable manner.
By using the SimpliDetect system, troubleshooting was facilitated and valuable CT lab time was saved.
The productivity of the department will also benefit from SimpliDetect, as I can see it so far, because you don't need to spend radiographers' time in the scanning room as much as you needed before.
SimpliDetect will broaden the Covidian contrast delivery solution by offering a new approach to avoid setup errors, reduce radiation exposure to CT techs, and prevent potentially serious extravasations.
I think SimpliDetect will be useful for cardiac patients with high flow injection and for oncology patients with brittle veins.
It's a real benefit to our daily routine.
SimpliDetect. Seeing is believing.